a screen right now. First tonight, though, barely a week goes by without energy bills making the headlines for all the wrong reasons.
And April wasn't off to the best of starts, with the energy cap going up yet again. But there might just be a new way of taking the heat out of our energy bills, and Lucy Seagull has been to find out.
Across the UK, households are feeling the pinch, with energy bills having risen 3 times in the last 6 months.
When you have a look at your energy bill and you're in a state of shock and you think, what on earth am I going to do? It is painful.
We're constantly putting washers on, showers 3 times a day. It's just pretty much non-stop.
But in something that sounds like a science fiction film, the heat that's normally generated by technology in huge data centres can now be used to provide households with hot water. And I want to see how it's being done. Amazon announced last year that it's investing £8 billion over the next 5 years to build, operate and maintain data centres across the UK. These are essential for businesses and enable websites and social media to work. But the computer technology inside generates a lot of wasted heat. And more energy is used trying to cool the computers. Now that heat is being used right in people's home to give them hot water. The company behind the technology is Surrey-based Heater. Heater processes data for a range of different companies, everything from animation studios to medical research organisations. Mike Paisley is co-founder. How do householders end up with hot water?
We've developed the heat unit, which is basically a very powerful computer, like you would get in a data centre. We put it on household hot water cylinders. Now, those computers get incredibly hot when they're doing their data processing. We've developed a system which transfers that heat into the water in the cylinder. And so to the household, that hot water is free.
Now, some people might be worried about data protection.
Data is just sent to the heat unit and then intensive processing takes place and then that data is removed from the system.
I worry about the environment. How does this help?
So if we can reduce the amount of energy we need in the first place, we'll be reducing the amount of carbon that we're producing. And that's where we fit into that mix. We are providing a far less energy demanding way of doing data processing.
Installation for homeowners is free, but you do need to have a hot water tank and an internet connection in order to have it installed.
Hi. Oh, brilliant. Do come in. You come to reduce my energy costs.
Giles in Lambeth is having his new water heating system fitted today, as it's rolled out to more homes following an initial trial. So Giles, what made you decide to try this system?
The house is very old. I just watched the heat disappear and I thought that's a way of starting to reduce the energy bill.
Over the past few years, Giles has seen his energy bill treble and is desperate to bring it down.
Anything is a win. We can't keep on going on with the energy costs going up and up and up.
So this will be wired in to provide it power and tells us exactly how much electricity we've used, and then we'll use that to know how much to reimburse you for.
And if there's a power cut, Matt says the computer has its own isolation switch.
So it's nice and safe and protected and everything.
If there's a surge or something goes wrong, this will flick off before any of your other power is affected.
Good.
Someone who has seen their household bills go down is Ben, who has been using the system for 2 years. How are you doing?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Tell me about your hot water use in this house. Do you get through a lot?
Yes, and it tends to be in kind of quite large batches. We're a family of 4, 2 teenage girls.
What sort of saving were you looking to make?
I mean, any saving is a benefit. I think in the end it sort of works out roughly between £200 and £300 a year, so quite a significant saving.
Who knows what's going to happen to our energy bills in the future? But what does give me hope is the way that householders, businesses and innovators are putting their heads together and coming up with very clever ways to save us money.
It really is a clever idea, isn't it? It feels like it could be the start of something bigger.
Yeah.